Okay, you are good.
Hello and welcome to another West March Guys live stream. I'm your host, the DM AJ, and this is my lovely cast and crew for this evening.
Hello.
Hey everybody.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. We're here. We're happy to see what the fuck happened after the last 2 weeks of not being here. So let's dive right into it. First, we're sponsored by McCarthy Farms and any sort of branding that pops up on the screen from henceforth to the end of the episode. So with that, let's pick up. You guys were sieging a city named Old Clifden, which was filled to the brim with Thaddeus and the Black Fog Company. They had basically set up shop, closed the stone wall so that no one could get out or in, and were ransacking the entire city. They were dismantling houses. They were dismantling boats. It
Still the
seems
whole
that
city.
they were just literally like coming down, tearing apart, killing whoever got in the way, until you guys showed up. You guys were able to infiltrate, lift the stone wall, and then like basically like fight your way into the middle of the harbor where you found the boat, the Fat Man, which is one of the general ships for Thaddeus. You got on board. You fought the kind of the higher ups of that ship, including and during that fight, unfortunately, two of them were able to escape. The last one, the fat, basically Danny McBride looking bard, got his head removed via a very anxious or very happy heavy neck. You guys, while being able to like turn the fog off and finally allow your fleet to enter the harbor safely, you guys headed down to the ship, headed down to the bottom to see what else could be in store. And what you found was a metric fuck ton of TNT and gunpowder and all sorts of shit with one lone skeleton with a pistol. And with one shot, he ignited a like just tidal wave of explosions that just ripped through the entire ship. You guys had one chance to be able to get yourselves out, and Finn, surrounded by what he thought was everybody, teleported out and back to the Terror of the Deep, while unfortunately the two people left on the ship were Nocton and Ishkar. Ishkar being the half-orc female wife of Nostradamus Malamute, the captain of one of the gold sails. Nocton, quick thinking, sacrificed himself to save Ishkar by using some psionic ability to teleport her and warp her to safety as she fell into the water before the explosion was able to go off. However, this caused him to take 200 points of force and a little bit of fire damage as he basically ate the deck as it exploded into his face, ripping him almost completely apart, hurling him into the water and basically like sinking deep in beneath like this sort of like little forest of kelp that kind of like exists on the bottom of the bay of the harbor floor. Um, we're going to pick back up with Noxon. After getting a natural 20 on your last death saving throw, you feel your first air and then water immediately just shoots straight into your throat, but you're able to breathe. You cannot see anything. You are in the worst pain you have ever felt in your life. You kind of look around. You can only see out of your left eye. As you like look over, you're missing a leg. You're missing your, hold on. You're missing your right leg. You're missing your artificial hand is gone, and the connection is completely missing. So like you're kind of just have like your nub that's been like partially torn apart at like the connector part. Your ring, pinky, and thumb are gone from your left hand. You can't really tell right now, but like you move your stump over and you can feel that like your face, the right side, is in massive pain. You can't move your jaw really. Your left foot looks like somebody like turned it into popcorn basically. It looks like it has exploded from the inside out. So you tried to move your back. It is not moving. You're like there's three places that are they're either shattered or fractured on your spine. You are not. You have a grade 3 concussion. You definitely feel like there's a lot of internal problems going on inside of you. You have lacerations, cuts, bruises, like all over the place. You're surrounded in this sort of like slowly pooling fog of blood. Um, as you quickly think, you move to start using your cure wounds on yourself. And 17, the little parts that are still like barely got a little bit of electricity instinctively pick up on what you're trying to do. And in a last ditch effort, you feel this snap on and digging and burning and sort of tearing at flesh until all of the little pieces of 17 have started to like come and attach to your face, cover up any wounds you have on your knee, on like your like little hip area. It latches onto your hand. It burrows into your spine. Like it completely tries to stabilize you. And you're in worse pain, but it kind of helps. And you're like just able to like pump a few more. Like I would say like the pain is so immense that you're like trying to get the second cure wounds into you, and you just like slowly fade out from like just of all of the pain. And you're probably going to be out for like the next, like, let's call it 30 minutes before you can like maybe come back and like
They give it an hour or two.
yeah, like you're gonna be out for
A short
while.
rest.
It's gonna feel like forever, but you just slowly fade out as you can see yourself like fumbling with the cure wounds and just like injecting it into your forearm, and then just like fade to black. The rest of everybody, as you teleport onto the ship, you guys slowly look around, and I don't remember who said it before, but somebody locks eyes with Phantasma. Phantasma locks eyes with like Finn, and it's just this big sort of like everyone kind of gets this look about like, where's Nocturne? And then like she says Nocturne and someone else says Iskar. So like both of them happen at the same time, and just like, oh fuck. And Heavy Neck's just like, oh, that's bad.
How far away are we from?
You guys are currently being taken underwater, and you guys are like, I'd say probably like half of the way to the like where the explosion happened at the Fat Man in the middle of the harbor. But you are on the tear moving.
Okay, we're underwater.
Yeah.
Shit, I can't really do anything then.
Not right now.
Well, we were on our way there anyway, right? The
Yeah.
terror was? Yeah.
Exactly.
Where's Nocturne, guys?
Oh no.
Anyone send a message?
I thought he was right behind me.
I thought he was here too. Oh shit. Oh no, I told her to stay up on the top deck. Oh fuck, I'm gonna have to fucking fight.
Oh
No
God.
drama, son.
Probably. There's no way they survived.
I just say it happened, and we had no like there wasn't anything we could do, and it wasn't a total fault.
He's never going to accept that. The gold sailors are going to fucking try and destroy us.
No, that's not gonna happen. And if it does, we leverage the fact that we just saved the city.
I
How about
mean,
that?
can we try to message either of them to see if they? I mean, it's a long shot, but you know,
I mean,
that is a good idea.
we survived.
if they're within 120 feet, I can, but I don't have the other one.
Yeah, that's all I can do. Or no, I don't even have that.
Anybody know how to do sending?
I don't have it prepared quite yet.
All right. Well, then let's head towards what I can only assume is a fucking flaming wreck.
Oh my God! So it was basically their
If there's
version
anything left.
of an atomic bomb, like a column, like a few hundred feet in the air of fire before it finally fell back down.
We could go back there right this second, but I almost feel like we should wait a minute or two just in case there's any residual explosions.
I think the longer we wait, the more we risk him definitely being dead. Do we have any diamonds, by the way?
Yeah,
Do we?
Okay.
yeah. As far as I know, we have 2.
I
Well-
have some healing stuff prepared if he is still alive.
If he isn't.
All right. Well, yes, we should continue that, and we'll go find him. Just stay underwater. We should be okay, and away from the ship. There's no way he's still on the ship.
Well, there's no way the ship still exists. Let's just go to where the ship was. Can we
Hmm.
follow? Can we follow the mushroom cloud?
Yes.
Yeah,
and
literally.
by the time that this conversation is over, you guys will you'll hear Talon here. Hey, we're here. Come on up.
Perfect.
Good timing.
You
We
just
gotta
feel
find
it
Doctor.
slow down.
Um,
Next,
Finn is gonna Finn's gonna like run at the wall and Misty step through it.
Okay, so you find yourself wet and in dark, cloudy water with like just surrounded by a like almost unnervingly calm like sea of like particle bits from the boat. So it's just like slivers, chunks, all just like slowly rotating and floating there, like around you.
Hold on, this is not updating.
You
Never.
definitely see like bodies, but
Okay, so my Beyond 20 isn't connected anymore, but that's fine.
uh,
But yeah, so Misty step, and I'm just like swimming towards it. Sorry, what did you say?
oh no, you're good. Nothing. So who is anybody else going after him? Phantasma is jumping out, but she's got to go up the airlock. Who else is coming with her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Julia will go.
I'm gonna jump
Okay,
out.
so Julia, Etrian. Cool. All right.
I'm gonna shape change so I have a swim speed.
Beautiful.
I can do that at will then.
So you guys get through the airlock out into the water, see the same eerie sight. It is murky.
Is the fog gone?
The fog is gone.
All right,
The
cool.
fog was never under the water, but the second that the ship blew up, it doesn't seem like there is any sign of the fog creature. And there is I'd say probably there's only like the rib bone of the boat left, as like the entire middle of it just blew out. So there's only like the back half of it just slowly floating towards the bottom of the harbor.
Certainly impressive.
There's a lot of TNT.
Jeez.
So clearly they planned for this. Was this entire thing a trap? Was this entire city a trap for us? Did they mean to lose this?
Wanted to spend a contingency plan. Doesn't seem like they're they're pretty
I think-
successful. They got to be kind of smart.
I
Was-
think Etrian's probably right.
Was this a distraction from something else?
Who knows? Maybe we should talk that over after we found Doctor's body.
Oh Christ, yeah. All right, yeah, good call.
So
Yeah.
she's going to no, she used her wild shape, so she doesn't have any more. So she's just gonna swim around. Well, let's get some investigation checks.
I'm gonna enhance ability. Have someone to give them advantage on investigation checks. I don't know who has the best investigation.
Not Phantasma is just kind of like scratching her head looking around, but she's not good at this.
I mean, Julia
That's
will
the
take it.
perception. Wait, so yeah, then Julia can.
Okay. Yeah, I think D&D Beyond is broken, so we have to do it
Can
the
I-
old-fashioned way.
I'm gonna start swimming around and I'm gonna activate my helm of what is it called? You just got it. Helm of telepathy.
It's a circlet of telepathy.
Circle of telepathy. Sorry, I'll rename it so I don't do that again. And it's if I can, and just swimming around and see if I detect any thoughts within 30 feet of me as I go.
Okay, cool. I like that. So
You
you
fish
can if you're gonna do that, roll investigation with advantage.
Hell yeah.
And Magmar, are you going or are you staying in the ship?
I'm not exactly the greatest swimmer.
I mean, I would still have.
I rolled 2 17s.
I should still have True Sight up. I think
You do? Well, yeah.
I
How long
should
does it
because
last?
I had it up the whole
You
fight.
did the Siege of the Fog and everything.
How long does it last?
I would have put it up for 2 hours.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. That will definitely help. So, you can roll again with advantage.
Okay.
Or sorry, or yeah, you can roll again. There you
Okay,
go.
cool. 17.
Nice. All right,
I
so
also got a 17, but it's not connected for some reason.
that's fine. So it takes a little bit. Um, you didn't roll enough high enough to find him, but I would say that Finn and Etrian, you both are going to see this at the same time. Nocton, you're not going to wake up at all, but you are going to your mouth. You're just kind of stir a little bit and cough, and you're going to release air bubbles out of your mouth. And you guys have all been scoping around and have noticed that, like, this water seems almost like fouled, so there's no real animal aquatic life at all. But then you see coming from the kelp a column of bubbles just kind of like splurt out and start ascending up. Haven't seen that in a little bit. As you guys get closer, you can see the shine and glint of the metal and the color. Well, I don't know what color 17 is, but then you see the
Like
blue,
a brass copper color.
and then you see the blue skin and the leathers and I'd say even like the cowl that Nocton wears. And then you find him there, twisted, bloodied, and a fucking almost completely torn Nocton.
Was knocked on a robot? What the fuck?
He looks like it. He's
Yeah.
got like 17's face has pierced here and here to clamp it together so that I can hold it so that his jaw doesn't come undone.
Oh, that's rough. Can I swim out and grab him and bring him above water?
Nocton, you are stirred awake from the immediate pain that you feel from being told from just being.
I'm gonna hit him with a 7th level heal.
Okay.
He gets 80 hit points back.
As you start to take that heal, you are all going to hear him scream in pain as the heal does not remove 17, but just causes the body to try and heal over the 17 parts. He still gets the healing, but Nocturne, you are now in constant pain, and you don't know. Well, roll a d4.
D4.
With that much healing that quickly. Okay, well that's good. It's you're gonna be in like searing pain on and off, like for an hour.
I think I'm gonna be constantly in excruciating pain regardless for the moment.
For the foreseeable future.
Yes.
Knockdown, if you can get this metal out of you later, I can heal you completely.
Oh no, fuck.
Whatever you say, Knockdown. Let's just.
He's missing an eye.
Yeah. I can heal all of it.
But you guys, Etrian carrying Nocturne as gingerly as he can like bring him out of the kelp. Finn, you see him. He has been found.
Do we
Finn,
see Ishkar?
All right. Well, he's alive. Yes,
seems so.
kind of.
Is.
All right. Now we gotta find Ishkar.
Find Ishkar.
Okay,
You got it, bud.
so
And Finn's just like, how the fuck is he still alive?
can I get one more set of investigation checks? Actually, no, because there's no point in making you roll if I'm just gonna have it come up empty. If you look around for the better part of like another 30 minutes, you can't find Ishkar. Her body is it's nothing.
This is not going to end well.
Knockdown, do you know if Ishkar lived?
He's alive. More than me.
That's good news. It's a low bar, but that's good news.
All right. Well, in the meantime, can we get him to the med bay?
Yeah, you can. You can start to swim towards the Terror of the Deep, which has like slowed to a stop, and can get him up and into the airlock. It's gonna kind of be hard because you gotta like put him up on one leg while the water empties out, and as gravity hits, Nocton just like lets out this horrid scream once again, and then eventually, dude, the elevator could not be slower, Nocton. You're just sitting there going like, you're like, dude, oh my god, how like I did I make it this slow? Why the fuck did I do that? But eventually you guys can make it the long excruciating journey to the med bay and lay him down onto like the cold table, and the rest of the automated parts of it can like pop up, and the little like, you know, IV sac you guys can put and start to get him into like a little bit of a recovery mode.
We have painkillers on the ship.
We should have something. I don't know what we should have. Zilch like shit everywhere. Julia, can you see if Zilch has his books anywhere? Like on, I don't know what this would even fucking be, like machine-ish burning into his body.
Nocton, you can do this, and you remember that where you had put you, because you reorganized his med bay after he basically left, so you know where it is.
It's the third shelf down on the left.
Shut the fuck. What? Wait. Point.
Down on the left side.
Julia's
With
already
what?
like rooting through the books.
Point with what?
You.
We have sedative. Yes. Can we?
I've worked on my medicine for a while. I have really high medicine. If y'all want me to work on doctor for a bit.
Oh, I would
Absolutely not.
Without magic. I don't magic to stabilize you. I don't think.
So I have
He is
alchemist.
missing a leg.
We can attach it. You know,
I can help with that tomorrow.
we're gonna have to talk to Xander. I think.
Xander, yes. Xander, please.
Okay, don't worry, buddy. We're going to get you Xander.
Hey, bud, let me go prepare sending real quick. I'll be back in an hour.
Nocturne, where is the stuff to put you to sleep?
Third shelf down on the left.
Okay, and so unfortunately, Nocturne, you're gonna watch her pull the drawer out. It's gonna like come off of the little thing, so now it's stuck open. She's just gonna like throw a bunch of shit everywhere until she finally gets to like, oh, found it, good. And she like walks over the little pile of crap she's thrown down, and like goes, okay, here, I got it. And then she does it properly, but like she just makes a complete mess while she does it.
Just like
Okay, don't
No,
worry.
give me that. I will do that.
You can do it better than I can. Just hold still. Just sticks in it.
I trained for this shit.
Okay, fine. Go ahead.
All right.
He hands it over to you. Roll messenger.
You see me
Yeah, he did.
clearly attempt to like cringe backwards from anyone touching me, but I have very little ability to move myself.
All right, dirty 20 on
Yeah.
medicine check.
That is plenty to be able to find the vein and be able to get the pain-killing liquid into his bloodstream.
We need to sterilize like all of this shit. Heavy neck.
What?
Where's the rum?
That's not a great idea.
That's a good idea. We should celebrate, right?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, let's celebrate.
Better idea. Okay.
All right, so he leaves, goes, and he's like, I mean, how do we want? But I'll just get both. And he just comes in. He's got a dark and like a white rum, and just giant like circular jar, like almost like I want to say like liter jugs. Because
Perfect. Which one's stronger?
and he hands you the clear one.
Thank you.
Can I make a
And then-
medicine check with this be good? Never mind.
Finn's just gonna start like dumping it on Nocton.
What are you doing? What the fuck? Nocton, you are going to pass out from the amount of pain that you're going to get shocked into all of the areas where 17 is dug into, and you can even like, I mean, just knowing the sort of the medical knowledge that you know, you're like, oh, he's like in the tendons and into some of the bones. Like you can just feel with every shift, you're just like you're already like kind of doing this mental check of like what needs to happen because he's in there.
But
you,
I'm now passed out.
yeah, you just are out from the fucking from the pain. Well, good job, fucking Dr. Finn.
I feel like we've done everything wrong today.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what? We don't need him catching fucking diseases and shit on top of that because we know that this ship is not fucking clean.
And he like goes and puts his finger underneath his nose and goes, we also need you alive, so thank God for that. And
So, can I
you're
go
not
through my
touching this
alchemist
bottle, and he just
supplies?
chugs.
Can I go through like my alchemy and herbalism stuff and try to do something to help him not be in horrible pain?
Yeah. You can poke through I don't know if you take notes, but whatever you have in your pouch that like you remember being your medicine and being sort of like the topical stuff for infections, you do have like stuff that you can kind of like, you'll have to grind it up into a paste, but you do have it.
Yeah, so I do whatever I can then for that. I don't know what I have. The only alchemy supplies I know of that I have
So
were lightning horns from some cavern.
So as you're like sort of bringing out this like sort of like herbalism kit, she's like, okay, I don't know, like I think that the city may still be on fire, so I'm going to, we should go help, and like as I mean, I think Nathan's fine where he is, but we should probably go see to the rest of the city.
Probably a good idea.
All right, I'm going to go. Heavy Neck, can you go talk to Heavy Neck? And he's already like 3 or 4 gulps into the rum. He's gonna fucking just toss it all out anyway. I gotta make sure this is for me. And he just like hugs it. He goes, fine, whatever. Just stay here. Jesus. I will go talk to Talon. And she just like stamps out of the room and goes, get your asses ready. We need to go.
Yeah,
right. So you guys can kind of like gather yourselves as you feel the engine kick on and the ship kind of lurches in the like forward direction. And you guys can like basically get a countdown after like 5 minutes. No, not even 5 minutes. What am I thinking? It's more like 2 minutes with how fast that this thing can go. So as the boat starts to pick up speed, you hear Phantasma go, all right, let's look alive. We're going to be there soon. And as the Talon screams forward, we got ships, and you feel it dip as he like dips down and then lurches back up and then kind of like pulls it to the side after like a couple seconds. You guys can get out the porthole and you're like right in front of one of the large walls that's connected to the harbor docks. The docks like ladder is only a couple feet away, but you can see that it's about like half of the fog ships that still had men in the harbor jumped onto their ship, and it looks like they're trying to beeline it towards the exit, which is full of your ships. So they're running into basically a barrage, and you can just hear people screaming, "Get the fucking sails out!" And it's like again, you're getting up there, and it's still mayhem. The cloud, like there is this. When did this happen again? This happened like almost midday. So there is a healthy, just giant black cloud of smoke that is starting to billow and form and like loom over the city. You guys, it's like kind of like a little bit darker than you're used to. The ship, the rest of the city you can see is still very much aflame. And Phantasma is going to look at Etrian. I think it's up. Can you still control water?
yeah. I was just gonna say we can either put out fires or try to flip the enemy ships over.
I say we put out fires. I think the rest of you try and kill and wrangle up as much as the rest of any of the fog that still is around. Okay. See you when this is all over. And Phantasma's just gonna like go put her hand on your like shoulder at you and go, let's go. I see a massive column right there, and you guys just take off. So now, as this is all going about, what does it look like as you guys can sort of like finish off this little sort of like siege where, you know, there are, it looks like the fog that remains they made two decisions. They either tried to get out on the ships, or they tried to go through the city, and they tried to make their way like to the exits. And a lot of them who are now being put into chains and tied up with ropes were met with the remaining gold cloaks and the Old Clifden High Guard, which is obviously the city watch of this place. And it looks like, you know, they are easily being able to stop them. So what are you guys doing?
I don't know, like run up to the nearest guard and ask them like if they need any assistance.
Okay, yeah, fucking die. What do you want to do? We got injured people. You're a cleric. Go. And he like points towards. He's like, those people are injured. Go help them.
I'll go stabilize injured people.
All right, yeah. So you go over, and there is this like little tiny blonde, like intern looking female who's running around, like eyes bigger than her face, just like piercing blue, and she's just like, "Are you here to help?" And she's
Yes.
okay, come on, just help them quick. Supplies over there, and we're a little fucked. Thank you.
I'm gonna cast calm emotions on her.
Okay. She goes, oh,
I'm just gonna like place my hand on her shoulder and be like, "It's gonna
thank
be-
you. What is your name?
We need to take care of these people. It's Magmore. What's yours?"
Thank Pilar that you're here. Who do you follow?
Sorry,
Who do you follow?
Kosoth?
I haven't heard that one. May he guide you. And then
It's,
she just like pushes away from you and goes, "Ma'am, don't pick at that." And then she runs over to like this like it's a small family with like a very injured little girl and like fully burned husband. But you can use your cleric ability to like kind of like sear and burn away, and then like, you know, kind of bandage all of the injured that are like surrounding you. And like it's annoying because you start to help one person and it's like they come out of the woodwork. It's like one person with a sling is like, "Can you help me?" And like you now have a lot, like after 10 minutes you have a line of like 50 people.
okay.
Etrian, what are you doing?
Are we still putting out fires, or is it
Yeah.
after the fact?
What does
And
it look like as you're putting out a fire?
I'm standing. I kind of run down because I have to be within. I think it's sight within 300 feet.
There are water features everywhere in this city.
Oh, then I just kind of stand in the center of like wherever a bunch of them are, and you kind of see a huge tidal wave come up behind me and splash over down the street.
Okay.
So 100-foot wave, I think I can do. I can control up to 100 cube of water, 100 cube foot of water.
Okay, perfect. So you can, I'll say you and Phantasma make for the Grand Market District, where there is a huge square, like, it's, I mean, like 100-foot by 100-foot, like pool where the people can kind of like run around and splash, and you just get up there and your tattoos start to shift as like the water like jumps up and almost like a conduit. It's like basically like connects to both shoulders, and then you can just pull it out and then flood the entire market district, which is, by the way, all on fire. And you can just kind of like crash everything to the back wall, putting it all out, but you know, basically making this into like a parking lot.
Little damage, but you know,
You got it out. That's the important part. Like
that part was already busted up. So
yeah, it was already on fire.
yeah, that's fine.
Finn.
Finn's gonna pop on his little anti-poison mask.
Okay.
And he's just gonna fly straight up just to get like a better view of like what's happening everywhere, and just to see if there's anything specific that needs immediate attention.
Okay, I would say that as you're looking around, you can see that going toward the north gate, you can see that there is a large band of what you can only assume is Thaddeus men, because they're still in a large group, and you can see like flashes of what are probably gunfire, and you can see like little sort of like glints of metal like weaponry out, and still like kind of they've met force at the north gate, but there's still a clash of chaos.
All right, so Finn's gonna go towards that way.
All right, cool. So you get up there. It looks like they could probably use some help. So what does it look like as you can there's probably a very thin line of Old Clifden and High Guard just between them and the North Gate exit.
Well, I got 3 fireballs left, and so I'll use those, and I will do several ether blasts just from the air, just like immediate air support for them.
All right. So what I'm imagining it's the ether blast that just kind of like just kind of curtain across.
Yep. Yep.
area. And then right after they hit the ground, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as they all just erupt in fire damage. Or are you changing it?
No, I'm just doing fire damage. I'm just trying to do it as quick as possible.
Erupts in flame. They all completely perish. They're like almost melt because of you're using 3 of them. But the high guard sit there, look up at you, and you can see them just like raise their glaives and just chant, "Yeah! Someone sent us an angel!" But yeah.
So after I assume quickly taking care of that group of people, Finn wants to basically park himself at the north gate in front of all the guard and just be like, "Bring me the captains."
Oh yeah.
Bring up the captains! And like you see like 3 or 4 of them kind of just like run away from the north gate headed towards the harbor, and the other ones just stand up and go, "What's your name?"
My name is Frostian. Frostian Phoenix Idonis.
"Fuck yeah, Frostian! Who wants a piece of us?" And so like you're just gonna like kind of grandstand at the north gate. Julia, bring us home. What are you doing?
So funny enough, Julia is still on the boat.
Oh, you're still on the boat. Okay,
She's
cool.
currently like staring over Nocton, like reading through whatever book they'd found after everyone ran off, and is like trying to figure out how to hook up like the EKG and like she's just like, the fuck, they just left.
Roll an intelligence check.
That's amazing, actually.
Everyone was like, he's fine, and just left, and she's just like, wait, that's not us first.
He'll rebuild himself.
Yeah, right,
Technology.
sure.
He's stable.
And yeah, she doesn't know that though. Okay, this button, intelligence. Oh,
Ooh.
yeah, perfect.
Nice. So you get the whole thing set up. You're like, you get it all plugged in, and you're sitting there going like, "Why the fuck isn't this thing turning on? Why the fuck? Why the fuck?" It's like everything's plugged in. You triple check, and you're sitting there.
Read through the book again, like the
And
fuck.
you go over, and Heavy Neck just kind of like spills a little bit onto like the machine, and you go, "No, no, 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 no," and you go to wipe it away, and the angle that you get from leaning over, you're like, the fucking power cord's not plugged in.
Oh no!
And then you just like slowly grab it, plug it in. You hear this as it hooks up to the main power of the ship. You hear a bunch of whirring happen of like the little like blood starts circulating through the I don't know what
Yeah.
exactly.
Medical things happen.
See the drip start to form, and like you look over the check, you're just like, okay, all the lights are on, and like Hammond's just like, "See, I fucking helped you. You're welcome. You're
Thank-
welcome, Nocton."
Thank you, Heavy Neck.
Jesus,
Why don't you
thank
go celebrate up on the top of the ship?
you know what, Julia? I will.
So as all these cables and like sensors start to read my vitals, you see some of the joints on 17 start to move a little bit,
Okay.
and they start to dig in deeper.
Oh, nice. So that's even more pain.
Julia's like, no, 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 17, no, 17, no, bad. She's like looking for like an off switch or anything. Like, God, where's the?
It's funny because Julia was raised on the most technologically advanced civilization on the planet.
I know.
Yeah.
Julia, are you finished killing the patient?
Huh?
Oh, you finished killing the pig. You just see Heavy Neck's head snidely in like the door frame.
Just go the fuck away, Heavy Neck. I got this, alright?
No, I'm gonna be here in case you kill him.
If I kill him, it's my own fault, alright?
It's like, yeah, and I'm gonna be here to watch it.
Oh my god.
You're just gonna
She
sit
she
there.
goes to like try and like kick him out and slam the door and lock it.
Okay, fine.
It's like, god damn it. And then
Uh,
continues like reading through any medical book she can find in this like effort to be like, no, alright, the fuck. He was an artificer, right? There's got to be something about augmentation, and just like searching and searching and searching and trying to figure out how to like turn 17 off or start taking pieces off of him or whatnot. Like,
okay, roll me another just investigation check, because you find all like you basically have like 20 books on the floor of like the med bay that all open in different chapters. Okay,
god damn it.
it's gonna take you a little bit. Like you're gonna get like halfway through it, and it's gonna be like the book that you were like, you're like, oh fuck, I would have never expected it to be this stupid book because it was slid in with anatomy. Because you were looking for machines, and you're like, well, like what, like, it should be there. So you started off on that corner, and then you got to like that part, and you're like, oh fuck, okay, it's gonna require a little bit of like cutting. Are you okay with that?
Oh no, I'm not gonna do anything. It's one of those like she's gonna
Yeah.
spend the entire time just reading and trying to figure out what the next step would be.
You find the chapter where it shows it, where it like goes over how the like basically like the body can be connected to the central nervous system and all that stuff.
Yeah, and then just keep like basically that's it. It's just montage her reading through every single book and
Yeah,
like
I'd say
trying
you
to
have
get ready for whatever future surgery is gonna happen.
I'd say you have 4 books that are already heavily bookmarked, and like the probably the hour that it's gonna take for people to kind of list all like settle down.
All right, perfect.
Nice. And so with that, you're gonna hear. Actually, we'll just start with you, Julia, since you're on the ship. Julia is like the doors banging again. Come on, we gotta go. People, like, we're actually done. Come on.
She like looks back at all of the machines beeping, and it's been like stable for like the last hour. She's like, okay, unlocks the door and like doesn't lock it, but like just yeah, starts heading her way up with Heavy Neck. She's like, I swear to God, you touch him.
And Heavy Neck's got this big smile on his face. Like, don't worry, I'm fine. I was just doing a bit. Yeah, the smoke is starting to clear though, so we should probably put our heads open and see how the rest of it turned out.
I'm sure they're
Uh,
fine.
You guys can hop in the airlock, get to the top. Talon comes with you. He leaves the ship in park underneath, like at the very bottom of the harbor. As you guys have to swim upwards, you guys can get onto the docks now. With everybody running around, we'll say that Magmore, you can meet up with Etrian and Phantasma as they come back from putting the fires out that were around the market. You're still like you have an endless line. Like you're just like I'm never gonna get like I need weeks to get to this. As like Etrian and Phantasma come up and goes, it seems like you are doing good. And she puts her hand, not bad. Your bandaging could use work.
You see the slide? I'm not trying to be perfect.
No, but Magmore, I'm kidding. You are doing great. And she like ruffles your hair and actually leans in and like gives you like a kiss on the head. She's like, you are doing well.
Thank you.
Did you see do you know where Finn went?
I've been swamped ever since I pretty much stepped in the city. I have no idea where anybody is.
All right, well, we should probably try and find the rest of all right, let's go find Finn and we'll see what happens. Finn, do you just stay on the north gate or do you like move around?
I think Finn wouldn't just sit at the north gate. I think Finn would be like, all right, we're all gonna meet at the Grand Market. Everyone to the Grand Market. And bring me any black fog that remains.
Okay, so
And in the meantime, he's gonna like be like doing sweeps and stuff, just kind of looking for anything. And also, they might see Finn, because if Finn sees any black fog people, just like that are clearly black fog people, he's going to pick them up, fly them straight up like 1,000 feet, and drop them.
Okay. Ah! So I would say you guys that Magmore, Etrian,
I have a passive perception of 20. I feel like I would see that pretty quickly.
yeah, well, you're gonna be probably one of the people who saw it, but you're also gonna overhear people be like, "Hey, did you hear? Did you see, like people falling from the sky?
Just kind of like that.
Who? He's a good guy, right? Good guy.
He's on our side.
Okay, that doesn't answer my question.
It does. I feel like it does.
All right. So, and Finn, you would have probably gotten a beat on Etrian and Phantasma first, and then you would be able to kind of like track them all together. But if you're still flying around, what you're gonna see is over the course of an hour, you watch as like the light there are like a lot of fast moving torches, and then all of a sudden like a lot of them start to like slow down and then stop, and then eventually you watch like little groups of torches get together into like the main streets, and it looks like they're now like all headed towards the main harbor, and you can see that there are just lines and scores of black fog that are being lined up on their knees, bound by their hands and feet, and like gagged and like blindfolded all along the harbor walls. They're not like end to end because there isn't that many because the city's too big, but you see just large pockets of like there's 30 of them, there's 20 of them, oh there's 10, or there's another like 25 of them. So you see that they're all kind of like being gathered around the walls.
Sick.
Nice.
Are like the people kind of gathering at the market square?
Yeah, you watch all of the like torches are starting to move in that direction. Like there's very little that are like out here now, and it looks like they're all sort of moving into the grand market, which by the way is barren.
All right.
Large open space.
Finn would like to find any of the resistance captains, and also see if he can find Nostradamus
Okay. So you can
in
find
the
the
mess.
Yeah, so you guys are like kind of like it's like leaving a con. You're just like there's a large crowds everywhere as they're slowly moving towards the grand market. Everybody kind of is like talking amongst themselves about these people who like don't know how this happened, but like they're, just we're happy the gold sales finally did something, to like can't wait to like so glad that those guys like finally met their like end, to like I wonder what they're gonna be saying at the grand market, yada yada yada. You guys kind of sort of blend in until you get to the grand market, and it looks like it has become a just this large sort of like circle of people, and it kind of has become like it's probably like an inner and outer circle, but it is packed and like just beginning to fill in with like thousands of people.
All right. So if Finn's not going to be able to find everyone, so he's just gonna make
Wait,
a. What's that?
I was gonna say, as you get to the
Yeah.
as your eye gets to the center of this large like circle, and you see that there is a small congregation of familiar bodies. You see Nostradamus's gold armor. You see his wife Ishkar's
Oh,
gold
thank God.
plate armor. You see the rebellion captains Bryden, Rain, with probably a few other sort of like a high guard, like captains that you've probably never met, but they were trying to do guerrilla work in the outskirts. And you see a very scrawny, almost like her head's too big for her, for like it's like she should would fall over. real female half elf who has like a high bun at the top, and she has very like it's almost like a parliament look to her, but the parliament looks like it's been tattered and like kind of like destroyed a little bit. She has a leather notebook in her arm, and a few pencils kind of thrown into her bun, and she has these like circular, much like the ones I'm wearing, glasses. She is talking amongst the rebellion captains and Nostradamus, while you guys can finally figure out that that's where they are.
All right. Finn's just gonna like land right in the middle of everything.
Yeah, he is.
Two gasps, awes, people pointing.
He's gonna make the rounds like doing the handshakes with everyone like
like thousands of people.
no, like the inner circle there.
Okay, all right. So you go around, and there are people just ecstatic, wide-eyed, jaw slacked, just trying to be like, "Are you the one who saved us?" And then like people like they're so happy, but you can just see that there is also like wells of tears in their eyes at the same time. So it's like a little bit conflicted. But as Finn and and I don't know if the rest of you go around and do the high five things, but you can finally meet back in the center. Nostradamus opens the circle that was talking to you guys, as you see. Hold on. You see the two gold. You see, hold on. Nostradamus, Ishkar, Bryden, Rain, and what you will soon find out is Governor Heresy. As you approach, she has this huge, shaky smile. Is this the Terror of the Deep? Is this you?
It is indeed.
Yes.
Oh my god, I can't thank you fucking enough. And she like goes up. She like as she like lets go of her little leather, it like it's clearly connected to something as it just falls to her hip. And she just hugs the first person that says so, Finn. She's just gonna wrap her bony arms around you. Goes, you have no idea
Well,
what you've done.
and you are. I'm sorry.
And she like lets go and goes, where are me manners? I am Governor Heresy.
Oh, well, that's important.
I wish that honestly it hasn't been an easy job as of late, but I can't say how happy I am to have you guys finally come.
All right. Well, I was gonna say this to everyone else, but perhaps this is your call here. We've got the Black Fog lined up, and I think the people need a show, and perhaps you're the person to give it to them.
Don't worry. We are going to deal with them in time.
And perhaps this is a good time to highlight, not to tell you how to do your job, of course, but perhaps this is a good time to highlight the cooperation between the gold sales and the people to fight Thaddeus Decatur. And the fact that we overcame Thaddeus in this situation and that it can be done elsewhere.
I think that is a great thing to add.
Also, I want to kill every fucking captain that came from the Black Sails. So
Now, if you would
there's
like,
that.
if you'd like to do that, I would be willing to part with those heads. However, I will. Don't worry, I'm going to give a little speech here to the people. But these men will see justice, and I swear that we will. But you're right, the people need a show, and we must give it to them, and they will probably have one for the next week with the amount of executions that we're probably going to have.
Oh yes, good, absolutely. Yep, I'm into that. Thank you.
If I might, could you guys give me a moment? I'd like to have a conversation between just us, captains and governor, without being surrounded by the population. right? So I'm not good at this. And she grabs her book, opens it up, and she turns to a page that has a glyph on it. She waves her hand in the air, and you can see that she's casting thaumaturgy.
It's a good one.
Ladies and gentlemen of Old Clifden, I can say, without a doubt, that the carnage that we have been experiencing over the past week is finally over. And you hear just like, whoa! She holds up her hands. That is not going to say the fight is over. Nay, the fight is probably just beginning. As you can see, we were able to overcome this adversity of the fog through not just our high guard, but the gold sails, and don't want to call them civilians, want to call them heroes. The rebel fleet that led this charge. We all owe it to them. This fog is finally lifted from our harbor. The cloud is finally lifted over our heads. And we owe it to them and the fallen not to stop now. Not to rest on any laurels that we may have. And we must bring proper punishment to those who deserve it. And you just hear another wave of like, yeah! Those who deserve it will see that justice. And if you want to get a taste of proper, I would call it necessary justice, you may wait here, and come sundown, we will be taking the heads of every captain that still remains that sailed that black flag. And you just hear, yeah! She puts her hands up. Now, please, go. Be with your families, be with the rest of the community, and let us start the healing process. And remember, hope to see you at sundown. Yeah! And like the rest of them, everyone kind of like gets up, stirs around, more cheering. You hear like a few like cowbells and tambourines off in the distance of like maybe like a few bands have started to play music. And she turns to you and you watch her shoulders go from like here to whew.
Do you
I
feel better now?
hate doing that.
Oh, you did good though. That was good. That was a good speech.
Thank you. I'm not. A lot of it is just improv. I don't really try to plan it, so it really gets the raw emotion. But could we please get a drink? I know a place.
Oh, you get along with Heavy Neck.
So you guys, like Nostradamus goes, Driftwood. Aye, Driftwood. And you guys can just take a hard left down one of the main harbor avenues.
Wait, so
Yeah.
are we just not going to acknowledge that the wife is just chilling and alive? No one's going to ask about that because we don't know how she's alive.
No. I'd say like by this time she'll like you guys start walking. Ishkar will put her hand on Finn's shoulder. I trust Nocturne did not make it.
Well, he's pretty rough.
Your ears
Technically.
perk up. He's alive.
He is alive, but he is in very rough
Fuck.
shape.
Oh.
He is
Oh, this is good news, Finn. You're gonna feel your entire weight lifted as she just holds you above her head. Oh, this is just
All right.
this is such good news.
All right. Yep. Don't like this.
Put
Nope.
you down.
Not at all. Don't.
Oh,
Down,
and then
please.
she crushes your trap. She's pinching it. She goes, I owe that man my life. And I would say I owe that man a reward.
Well, one of these days when he gets feeling back in any of his body, then perhaps we will.
Where is we must see him.
He is
would you like to?
he is currently unconscious, receiving medical care on our ship. We can bring you to him afterwards.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I would like to get. I have governor duties, and this is the one drink I'm going to have until midnight. Please,
That's a fair point. After
So-
this,
you guys walk the half mile down the partially destroyed street, and you get to the terrible, awful sight of a tavern that looks like it has been just eaten away and then burned away. Sitting there's three floors left of it. There is maybe 1.25 left that remains. The bottom floor, a stairwell that connects to maybe a sliver of the second. There's still the bar. There's one singular table standing. The rest have been knocked over, burnt, destroyed, whatever. But it's standing there, not untouched, burnt black, but standing nonetheless. And she looks at it and goes, well, ain't that fucking fitting? And then she just turns and goes over, helps herself behind the bar. You hear like bottles moving behind it. What are you going to drink?
Whatever you want.
Too bad. I've only got 2 things.
what are the 2 things that you have?
Whatever's less burnt.
She has a bottle of unknown red wine and a bottle of clear liquid. It's some hard alcohol, probably rum or whiskey.
Clear liquid. Clear liquid.
Yeah.
All right, so
Of just a small glass of the red wine.
she hands the 2 bottles to you. Like digs behind the counter. I'll roll a d20 for this. Yeah, no. Nope. Looks like we're drinking from the bottle, everybody. As you can find yourselves all kind of circled around this table. She looks at you with these sort of like light green, like emerald eyes. It was a pleasure meeting you. My name is Heresy Williams Long. What are the rest of your names? She just takes a big gulp of the red wine.
Magmore.
Magmore, Finn.
Yeah, I'm Finn, and Finn takes the red wine, takes a swig, passes it.
I am Phantasma.
Julia, it's a pleasure.
Etrian.
Nice to meet all of you. Well, like I said before, can't thank you enough for what you done. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, from someone who grew up in this city, you guys, and I even mean the gold sales, will always have a place in Old Clifden. And I mean that in, I believe, what is the name? You called them the Terror. What is the name of your ship?
The Terror of the Deep.
I should say this. Anyone who led the charge on that ship when it exploded may find themselves a home in Old Clifden.
Neat.
Neat.
We'll be able to. We'll be rebuilding a lot of the city, and I would regret it if I did not reward you somehow. And I think the hospitality of a roof seems mighty fitting.
Well, we'll certainly take a safe house if that's what you're offering.
That is what I'm offering. A
Well,
multi-home.
Preferably one really good one, like a tree in the courtyard or even in the house.
Well, what? How about
You just
make like a
but
shop or something, and
now,
we're underneath it hiding?
No, or a house with a safe house underneath. You
Oh,
know, something
true.
like like
Immediately regretting the
if
offer.
she's offering us a house, let's take the fucking house. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm agreeing. I'm with you.
Fantasma is just like her fingers are inside her eye sockets. She's like,
Listen,
"See, I am so sorry. We will take," and she just looks and goes, "You are a rambunctious group. I'll
I
give
mean,
you."
they're building it from scratch. We might as well ask for a few things. Like a tree isn't much, you know. They're gonna have
I
to
would
replant
put
stuff.
you in
you can make trees.
I
A
will
tree,
put you-
teleportation circle, easy. We'll
Yeah.
just do it. It's fine. We can do it ourselves. If they just like they're building us a house, we'll just install all the shit ourselves. It's
You
good.
just hear a bunch of crinkling as she goes, as she's unrolling a piece of parchment. Now, I don't mean to be rude and interrupt all of this conversation. You will get the house, but I am afraid that this news that I'm bringing you is quite urgent. And I'll just read it. It's from who is it? It's from Francis Fink from Eden. He writes, well, he sent. They lost the part last night. Fog rolled in at night and lit it sky high. The good news is, and I don't know why he says this. The good news is Thaddeus was spotted amongst the carnage. An eyewitness says that his golden mask is unmistakable. He can still we can still see the fog in the distance and fear another attack is coming soon. How soon can you get here? And she just hands the scroll, and Phantasma like snatches it up really quick and looks it over. He goes, "Is it good news?" And she just she lets it like roll back up into like the little scroll and hands it back to you. Hands it to Bryden. Bryden opens it up, and him and Rain kind of look at the same time.
To be honest, I don't believe it.
Where's our fleet?
Yeah. Wait, you mean
No,
like
The three that we sent up the other coast.
we had them outside Eden trying to just lay low.
Oh no.
They
Yeah,
would have sent something if something bad happened.
Unless something really bad happened.
Unless something really bad happened. I'm
We-
sorry, you have what? We have part of our fleet. We sent it ahead to Eden to try and see something, but we had them lay low, and now it kind of seems like they might have gotten caught up in the fight. I don't know. We need to touch base with them.
we need to go now.
How far is Eden from here?
And that's what I was trying to say is you probably are going to want to go immediately.
Yep.
Well, now we'll leave immediately, but I'm gonna tell you right now, we gotta stop in Port Seasol, regain some forces, restock, and then from there we can go.
All right, but we have to go. We have to leave here tonight. We can't stay the night.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Whoever needs rest can get it on the way.
Yeah, because right now it's about 5 p.m. in the afternoon.
God, I want to take every single one of these people's heads, but we have to go. We have to go.
Do you want to stay until nightfall when you're going to do the beheadings?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, we should probably head out as soon as possible.
Yeah, the quicker the better.
All right, I guess we'll just do hangings instead. Fuck. All right, I'll get my men on it.
You know what? If we do one group now, if you want to show, we can do one group now before we go.
No, I already made the announcement. I can't really change it. It will do a hanging, and I'll try to be. She grits for a second, like where she just. I'll try to be, try to rile him up. Good. We'll fuck. Is there any messages that we could try and send along to Eden for you?
Well, we can message them from the ships.
All right, well then never mind. You probably we're probably wasting time here. Again, thank you so goddamn much, and I hope that you can fucking end this bullshit.
Us too.
So,
Finn's gonna look at Nostradamus and he's gonna be like, "So, you in?
let's fucking go.
All right."
All right, so he grabs the bottle of clear liquid, hands it to Ishkar. She takes a big swig. Goes, the fight is not over. And she hands it back to Nostradamus. And Heresy looks at you and goes, all right. Spits on the ground and goes, time to pick up the pieces of this goddamn mess. Good luck. And as you guys kind of like step over the pieces of wood, like it's all charred black. And she will kind of wave you guys off as like she's like, I'm gonna head over towards the markets. And deal with this.
Finn would like to just kind of wave everybody over real quick for
Okay.
right before we break, and he just wants to be like, Nostradamus,
What is
we
it?
need the rest of the gold sales,
You're gonna have them.
like all of them, like including your boss.
We'll see. That's gonna have to be a conversation with him then.
We need them all.
He puts his hand on your shoulder and goes, well then I hope you brought your charming shoes on, because you're gonna have to go to dinner.
All right.
We'll stop in Port of Seesaw, go to dinner. I'm sure he'll want to thank you guys. You guys are all probably gonna be invited, so you have to come. And that'll be that. But we should go now.
Yes.
But I promise you have the gold sales, as many as I can get. And if he doesn't want to show up, which I'm going to tell you right now, Finn, he likes to play numbers. And if he doesn't feel the numbers are in here, he might not. We'll see. He just like shakes his head, and like you can see Ishkar is kind of like just coldly staring at the back at Nostradamus's back, and he goes, "We should get the men. We need to hurry. We don't want them celebrating too early." She goes, and Nostradamus goes, "See you in Seesaw."
See you there.
And he will, like, his gold cloak will flutter as he makes his dramatic turn, and they're gonna head towards the harbor and towards where their ships are. Captain Bryden, Captain Rain. All right, here we go. Next stop, Eden, I guess.
Yeah, let's check in with what's the fucking guy's name? Adrian. That's
Adrian.
and with the other fleet.
Yeah, I'm sure he's anxious.
Let's check in with Adrian as soon as we get back to the ships.
We'll do. Look for the glyph. Well, I'll be fluttering it. Just I'm gonna try and I'll be in contact the second I get on there. So
All right.
join Convo when you get there. All right.
Yep.
All right. You do like a nice, cool, like forehand shake. Rain just gives you a nice little wink, and then she flies off, and he kind of like half jogs in the same direction that Nostradamus went. The rest of you guys are left with your balls in your hands. What are you doing?
Heading back to the ship then?
All right. Just teleporting or walking, do your thing. It's at the bottom of the harbor.
Yeah, we can teleport. I got one left.
All right. So find yourselves in the Terra Deep.
Such a cool ability.
Yeah, it's oh god, I'm tired now. Takes a lot out of you.
Been a long
Yeah.
day. So now that you guys are on the Terror of the Deep, Talon's looking at you guys. So what's the news? What'd you get? What's going on?
We have a new safe house here, or we will once they build it.
Very cool.
But
Black Fog took Eden. So we gotta go.
Fuck. And he just does this thing where he's like, fuck. And he just like, you just hear him just like, fuck, disappears. Um, and this is a perfect time to take a break. As
Hey.
everyone piles into the Terror of the Deep and starts to get a little comfortable. With the hold on, I believe it's 3 or 4 days to get to Sea Salt. With your fleet, um, you know, at your tail. We'll pick up with a conversation between Adrian and the captains, and then we'll pick up with anything you guys want to do on the way to Cecil.
Before Finn goes to sleep, he's just gonna pump his last 7 spell levels into the engine.
Nice. That's probably good because I haven't been tracking it, but it's probably low after all of this. So that's good. It just happily like hums and eats all of your arcane energy.
I have. Would it help for more? Do you need more? Because I had a couple spells left.
I think it maxes out. I don't remember where it maxes out, but
Alright.
I just gave it
I think it
everything that I
maxed
had
at
left.
10.
I don't remember where it is. Oh, fuel mechanics. 5 spell levels is 1 day's worth of fuel.
Yeah, it takes a lot more than just 7. I was gonna say. Julia will probably pump her last 3 into it as well.
Yeah, fantastic. It's almost like clocking out at the
I
Terror.
could punk some.
Just like you pump the rest of your spells into the engine before you go to
That's
bed.
it.
Tell you what, Etrian, you keep yours just in case, because if we get attacked tonight, we're completely fucked. So you hold on.
Nice. All right, beautiful. You guys are able to bring the ship with 3 or 4 days left, with 3 or 4 days ahead of you, and a full tank. So we will pick back up with a captain convo.
Sick.
All right.
Alright.
Hello and welcome back to the West March Guys live stream. I'm still your host, and these are still my players.
Beer, 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 beer.
We're happy they stick around. We still got a little bit left. We are just finishing up our little drink and run that happened in Old Clifden because there's no time like the present to try and kill Thaddeus. So you guys had just learned that he's in Eden. So you guys are hopping on your ships and just fucking making it is by way of sailing. Roughly, let's call it 18 days. So a long time is in between there. So let's get with the first day as you guys, because you guys are going straight to bed. Like you're all passed out, you all dumped your spells, and you're waking up the next day as Tolland is handing the boat off to Heavy Neck to take the day's worth of driving as Tolland just sailed through the night. The rest of you wake up full, ready to go, blah, 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 blah. And you guys have 3 days before you get to the port of Sea Salt. Oh, sorry, Finn, I forgot. We were going to have the conversation with Adrian. So I guess first thing in the morning, not even before you're able to kind of get your bearings, you can see that the glyph is lighting up white.
Yeah, Finn jumps out of bed, puts his hand on the thing.
Hey, good morning, Finn.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Hey.
Is everyone here?
Yeah, it's us. Yeah, hey, that's us. Yeah. Phantasma's hand slowly creeps into your peripherals and then onto the. I am here as well. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, sorry, I should have woke you up. My bad.
We knew you were asleep. Good. Anyways, Adrian, tell us what you told us. So, we've been kind of spread out along the Orange Coast. Our furthest is about 50 miles away from Eden. I'm the closest with 2 in between. I'm about, I'd say maybe like 10 miles away. I just wanted to be safe. And I ain't hear anything, but I could see a giant column of black that's coming off from the direction of Eden. So it definitely matches that story. It definitely got hit. You want me to go do some scouting?
No, everyone else, everyone else can say what they feel. I think you should turn around and wait for us, because we're coming.
You want us to turn around and meet you at Ilix? It's kind of what I was feeling.
That might honestly be the best course of action, because I don't want you guys to get surrounded and destroyed, because that's not only do obviously we care about you guys as people, but that's 3 ships that we can't afford to lose.
Roger that. I'll start getting the men ready. Congratulations, by the way. Heard it went well. I mean, we lost some folks.
Yeah, we took some serious losses, but we did gain a significant amount of gold sales.
Yeah, let's hope we can trust them. But you said Nostradamus. I know that guy. You can trust him. I think that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, typically I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him, but I trust I trust his honor, and I trust that he will honor his word.
Well, the only thing we got going for us is the fact that we're on their turf. So we know that they're going to be wanting to at least to defend their home. So we got that.
We might as well take advantage of it while we have it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if that's all, I best be getting ready and get these ships ready to go.
Be safe.
You as well. And the rest of them, likewise. We're gonna be on comm if you need us. We're gonna stay in the. We'll do a triangle formation instead. Just stay one horizon away. All right, we got it.
Hey, just so everyone knows, everyone was there when I talked to Nostradamus, right, about getting more gold sales.
Yeah,
okay.
that was like when everybody was kind of like on their way out.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, cool. So maybe if you can schmooze. Well, no, probably we probably don't need you. Sorry, I'm rambling. I need to go. Safe sailing. Out. And then I'm out. And so you guys can all let go of the mast. And now you have your 3 days worth of travel. What would you guys like to do on the first day?
Probably teleport to Xander with Nocturne.
That would probably be a good idea. Can we contact him first?
Yeah, we don't know where he is. You got sending, right?
Well, I think druids know it as well, and she would have picked it if.
Yeah.
Well, I just remember Magmore said yesterday he was gonna prepare it.
What is it? Is it a
It's a third
Third level
level.
spell.
third?
Yeah.
Yep.
Doesn't have it.
I don't know if druids have it.
I don't have that
I
one.
think it's wizards,
Do they have
sorcerers,
animal messenger?
clerics. Huh?
Say it again.
Is it animal messenger that I'm thinking of? That's
Probably.
it. Yeah, that's how she communicates. But it takes a little bit. It takes a lot longer for hers to work. So immediate's better. Use sending. All right, Magmore.
What would you like me to say? I can do. What is it? Let me just.
I don't know. Say, hey.
All
That's
right,
hurt
20,
bad.
25 words or less. Ready?
Okay, so hey, Nocton's hurt
Mag-
very bad.
Knocked on in critical condition. Need your expertise. Where are you? Yep.
Oh, we're on our way.
Okay. We're on
And
your
yeah,
way.
Where are you? We will teleport.
yeah.
Okay. That sounds good. You said it?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
So as Magmore casts his spell, he holds out his amulet, and instinctively you let go of it, and there is a little mote of fire that just like kind of like flickers in your palm. And as you speak your words, it grows and glows like a brighter light. And then as you finish, it just it's taken by the wind and is gone. You wait for a moment. Oh, hey, what'd that idiot do now? I'm in Viomacania. You should just meet at my old lab. I'll be there. Travel light. That's all he's got.
Okay.
So
So
Alright.
relay that. Like, I mean, we're really just bringing Nocturne.
All right. Yeah, let's just fucking go.
how many of you are going? And
I'll go
Same.
try it because I mean, any little bit of healing if Xander needs it per se.
Yeah,
Okay.
having X Sheila.
Phasma leans in to you. Magmore is like, should you really be going if it's like a stealth mission we should be on?
No, I'm really bad at those.
Because I assume that he meant travel light as in don't bring a lot of people. But to go ahead, I mean,
Oh yeah, maybe that
Well,
makes sense.
we're
like,
gonna tell.
I
We're
was-
gonna teleport directly into his lab.
I was
That
also
is
going
true.
to tell Sheila. Okay, that's fine. If we all, no, all right. If we all
Well,
teleport to his lab,
well, that's what I'm saying. Sheila, having X, Jeremy, Tolan, everyone else, stay here. I'll go with Magmore, Etrian, and Julia. Phantasma, do you want to stay?
I'll stay. I really don't feel like I need to be going.
Yeah, just in case. Just to protect the ship if you need to.
Uh, I'll be a stand-in captain. Don't worry about it.
Perfect. If the thing lights up, that's for you. We'll be
Yeah.
back.
All right, be safe.
Never.
All right,
And
so
cast teleport.
all right, so you guys can cast teleport. Wait, first you gotta get knocked in.
Right.
Oh, I figured we were standing around Nocton. My
Oh
bad.
yeah, you are standing around him. Do you want to like put him in a different like? Because right now he's on a table, like with his arms, one leg, waist, neck, all like strapped down and stabilized.
Julia's been slowly pulling like wires off of him carefully while you guys have been talking and like trying to get him like all the ports filled up
Uh,
or capped off and
and the sweet, uh, like absence of pain finally leaves you, Nocta, and as she's starting to pull out all of the like the medicine and it, like the just burning, searing pain is just coming back into your like the forefront of your mind.
I'm sorry, it'll be okay soon.
This is nothing I cannot bear. Oh, sorry. This is not.
Yeah,
This is nothing
what are you doing
I
talking?
cannot bear. Sorry.
We'll have to start with that.
All right, cool.
Julia
So
will attempt to pick him up and then look at someone else to actually do it.
Look, it's
Oh yeah, good call.
man, help.
Or maybe
Yeah,
just
oh, everyone take a
team
limb.
effort. Yeah.
Well,
Just
whatever limbs are left.
Well,
There-
hold on, and she'll like root through and look for like a stretcher or something that she can like put him onto, so everyone can grab like a corner.
Okay, roll a. I was for D20. See if you
Oh
have
boy.
5 or less. You don't have it.
Hey,
There you go. All right. So yeah, you would find it immediately.
Nice.
what did I say? We have to. She's rooting through like, do we not have a stretcher? I swear to God, if you guys don't have a stretcher, and then opens like a contain like the thing that's a stretcher, and there's one in there, and she's like, oh, okay, good.
I didn't know we had that.
I-
Otherwise, I probably would have used that for something else.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't then.
Okay, all right. So you can put Nocto on a stretcher. He's doing a little bit better with the pain, but you guys can carry him out, ready for teleport. So it's all you guys basically.
Yeah.
So you guys can hold hands, sing a song, and then
Yay!
so when you teleport into the top floor of Xander's lab, which was the sort of like uh living quarters of what was it, Sir Richter, and then BG was also in the other corner.
I got so drunk here.
Just wait. You're not gonna say that first, because as you enter this room, it is packed to the brim, like almost like an obscene amount of like passed out people. And you guys find yourselves like almost like stumbling over a bunch of opium addicts. Well, what appear to be like drug addicts.
Oh,
Okay.
perfect.
Okay, let's go.
Who has a
Where's
high passive
Xander?
perception?
I have an 18.
Me.
No.
Okay, Etrin. Well, it's even fitting that you would see it. You do see on one of these like kind of druggies, they are clutching a little bag, and there's some blue right inside of it, and you're like,
let's
oh.
like look forward real fast and take a couple quick steps.
So like the second you get close, like all of them almost like react. It's just like clutching themselves and like almost recoil into themselves. They are
Wait, this
all like,
this is the ether cocaine.
dude, we're talking like there's like zero muscle on these people. You can see all of their ribs, like their faces are sunken in, and you can just hear like, okay. Ah. You guys just step over. You look down the hallway, and you can see that the opening that was supposed to be like the grab lift is gone. So
Where's Xander?
you see, actually, I would say like they would probably have gotten up here via like some shitty ass bookshelf ladder that they've created. So you get towards the top of it, and you see the pathway down, and there's like a torch lit, and there is more bodies just thrown about. There's a small little like trash can fire that is being lit in one of the corners, and huddled around it is standing is one individual, and as you kind of like take steps down, he pulls his hood over, turns and looks over and goes, oh, thank it's you guys. And then you can see the like silhouette and kind of like you can hear the familiar voice of Xander as he like,
Oh, what the fuck?
oh
Happened
god,
to your house.
I tried to do that bit like 3 times and it was just fucking like. So it's good to see you guys. I kind of wanted you guys to see what I'm dealing with. Welcome.
Yeah,
to
what's
Tanya.
what's happening here?
Deep blue is what they're calling it.
I see.
Seems that there is some ridiculous blue drug that is now being synthesized throughout Via Macania and is running rampant.
And let me guess, it's being pushed by the people that we let out of that prison.
Yeah, they're a new gang. I don't know. Remember,
Uh,
they got plenty of fucking names. Did you at least you guys
Sorry.
had a travel bike?
This is our
Um,
fault.
I was
We
gonna
did
say 'cause
this.
we have to like we're gonna
Uh,
have to skedaddle out of here and see my new place.
At least there's no Thaddeus, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, Thaddeus wasn't that bad compared to what you're gonna see. So
Yeah.
Can we stop talking and move from my
Oh,
walk?
yeah. By the
Oh
way,
yeah, look at
his-
Nocton.
he runs
This is what
over.
we-
Immediately he pulls out, like his hands like come out from underneath his poncho, and you can see like his arm gauntlets are already expanding to be like all of these different apparatuses that start to scan his entire body. And he's just, buddy, what did you do?
I'm alive.
He goes, hey, don't worry, don't freak out, just don't try to move. And then like he floats these 2 devices around you and it creates a ring around like your top section and your midsection. And he just floats you up. And so now you're in a 0 gravity sort of like
Nice.
He
And
just,
this
like-
is why I said to talk to Xander.
yeah, don't worry, buddy. You're gonna be all set. And he like kind of like knocks you on the shoulder and he's just like he's like, oh right, ow.
I expect upgrades.
Don't worry, buddy. We're gonna give you plenty of upgrades. It's gonna
I
take a little bit.
expect.
So you want to hear how it happened to him?
Oh, buddy, I'd love to hear it, but let's do it. Got a little bit of a journey, and we're gonna have a long elevator ride. Wait till then, all right?
Real quick, do you
Yeah.
have some sort of anything of holding?
Yeah, I mean, I got 2 of them. Why?
Perfect. Magmore, can you get rid of your fucking armor just for this next like
Come on! Fine.
So take the next 10 minutes.
I can
taking
do
his
pass
armor
without
off.
trade.
I was gonna say I can also do pass without a trace. I
Yeah,
don't
but
think
take
it's
off the armor
stacked.
first.
Wait,
Take off
does
the
it
armor and then we'll
stack?
do pass
What
without
if you
trace.
what if you just turn me invisible?
Yeah,
I
no.
can turn you into a mouse for an
You
hour.
make
Then you can
noise.
pop out when there's trouble.
Do I have control over that?
I can just drop the spell.
I'll just take the armor off for now.
All right, so you take the armor off.
Yeah.
You doff,
Begrudgingly.
you doff your armor.
Now I'm curious, if we both cast pass without a trace, do we get a +20 to our stealth?
Does it stack? Just have a full group of rangers.
Oh
and
my god,
druids?
imagine.
Then Heavy Neck would be getting like a minimum.
He
like,
would never he would literally be a ghost.
Okay, so let's forgot where we were. So you guys he looks at you and goes, yeah, just trying to think. Yeah, just give it to me, that's fine. And you take off your armor, and as you take it off, you look away for a second, and then you start to hear the as one of the crackheads is like got his bony little fingers around the arm and he's like, this is not nice. And it's like he's trying, dude, it is pathetic. It's like, this is mine.
No.
And he's like just like pulling his breath. Like, do you want to take it from him? Technically, he has it right now.
He
Hey, can you
has
stop
it?
fucking around with him?
Yeah, it's fine.
Why?
I'm taking it back.
Okay. You get close, he's gonna swing at you.
That's
Fin-
that's fine.
Meanwhile, Finn's gonna put a mage hand on the guy's face.
Nice. He swings so wildly, he draw like you just hear a clink clink, and the breastplate just falls like right at your feet. Is tricks, and he's just like,
Stop touching my stuff.
I'd say the rest of the people that were around you guys are starting to like push to the outskirts.
Yeah, that's probably smart on your part.
Real buzz kills. All right, so are we good now, Magmore? As you put all of your armor in his bags of
I
holding, which he has 2 like underarm bags, so he'll just kind of like unfold the one to get it in there.
I feel so naked right now.
Yeah, well, you sound way better.
So okay, so wow, I no longer have. Oh, I don't have disadvantage on stealth anymore. That's so weird.
Oh, so let's use that and move quickly.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's.
All right, so you guys are going to leave the cave, exiting the way you came. You guys are going to have to. Where is it?
Honestly, my stealth is really low, so I might need some help anyway.
So just roll stealth checks, everybody, as you guys get out into the open, like right underneath Birchberry Falls.
And I'll do pass without trade.
You guys are already in the lower level, so that's good for you.
So stealth plus 10.
Gonna be a 17.
Wow, that's with the plus 10.
Why
Jeez.
doesn't that?
So mine would be a 27.
Mine is just a straight up 18.
Mine's a 17.
Mine
17 plus 10.
No, 7
Oh,
plus
Jesus
10.
Christ.
I got 3 plus 15. Like, oh.
Okay, well,
I got a nat 20 on mine. It's just not coming through. I can literally take a picture of it if you want me to.
I believe you guys. You guys all rolled high enough, even though Edgerine rolled low, but you still are easy enough going to be able to make this journey. You have to run off into the pier. So you're gonna have to follow this area down here, headed west, but towards the inside of the harbor, and you get right past Olivia Falls, where you see a bunch of ramshackle huts, and there's actually a few people piled up outside of just like this sort of like simple 1-bedroom hut. Xander goes up and he basically flicks 2 fingers up with a coin between the two, drops it into the dude's bucket, or in not bucket, but his little mug, and then just walks through, and you guys will follow. As you follow, you guys find yourselves into literally, it's you walked you into that fucking hut, and it's just there's nowhere to go. He smiles, he goes, wait for it. He waves his hand along the side of the wall, and you hear a toot toot, and you feel the floor drop from underneath you as an elevator starts to toot toot. Just slowly at first, but then starts to make a little bit of speed downward, and you have to have dropped maybe 3 stories down until as these blue lights start to to illuminate a small cave pathway. Just follow me. You guys walk down this little cave path to get to a area where there's a fairly decent sidecar on some mining tracks. He goes, you wouldn't believe the amount of tunnels I found underneath this fucking city. Come on, sit. And the rest of you can all pile into this one little sidecar. Xander will sit in the middle, and he goes, I guess this is cool, I guess. We'll just be friends. So, and as it starts to lurch forward, he goes, all right, so now tell me what the fuck happened with Nocton. And Nocton, you're just you're just slowly hovering and being tetherly dragged by the cart behind it.
He's just flying along.
Yeah. So tell me, how did Nocton fuck himself up this bad? Did one of his creations blow up in front of his face? Is that why it's like that?
No, a ship blew up in his face.
I can hear everything you're saying.
Are you familiar with Are you familiar with Thaddeus's fleet?
Yes, I know the Thaddeus
Uh,
fleet.
are you familiar with the Fat Man?
No, not off the top of my head.
One of his two generals, one of the biggest ships in his fleet.
That's probably pretty big, yeah.
Yeah, they lined the entire lower deck with explosives, and after we had won the battle, we went downstairs to do a clean sweep and triggered an explosion, which exploded the Fat Man. Nocton was still upstairs.
Why?
Because he was, just standing guard, doing, whatever. And
He's doing Nocton things.
and we had an ally starting to steer the ship. Rather than save himself, he warped the ally into the water and took the full force of the ship. Thankfully, apparently 17 was in front of him,
That's insane.
which
You ate a
has
fucking
which
ship.
has to be the only reason why he's still alive is because of his fucking terrifying invention.
Yeah, it looked like it was holding a lot together, didn't it? Don't worry, we'll upgrade you, buddy. I got plenty. You know what's funny is I may or may not have found what I think is a pathway to a hidden Mizium mine. I haven't looked at their research because it's fucking dangerous. Don't want to die, but
Well,
Tell
give me
me.
legs and I'll look.
okay,
Give me legs and I'll look.
We'll get you the best buddy.
guys, feel it sort of stop. You see lights, then go straight upwards. Xander was all right. Nocton, hold on, guys. Everyone, just duck real quick as we hold on.
Do I
And
even
he
have
just,
to duck as a dwarf?
moves. Well, there's not a lot of headroom, so
Well.
he designed it so that he and maybe two other people could sit in this cart, and he's kind of just standing in it. So
Okay.
he holds Nocton up by the little rings, and then moves him so that he's now vertical. And he goes, "All right, don't worry, I got you now." And then so it starts to then go straight upwards. You have about a minute trip until you finally get to the first level of Xander's lab.
Where the hell did you move to?
And as you get to
And why is this taking
that
so
level,
long?
you look out and you can see he's put obviously one-way mirrors on everything, but you are now sitting in the head of the thinker. He's found a way to burrow all the way up into this thing.
That's
So
where his new workshop is.
his new workshop is in the head of the thinker statue. You guys are looking out and you can
Of
see
course
the
it
Founder's
is.
Bridge. You can see the warrior. You look around, you can see Mistwind Bridge
Seems a
and
little
Dragon.
dramatic, Senator.
Well, no shit.
At least
I'm
I
gonna
can
look at him and be like, "This is on
now.
brand for you.
I'm seeing it. Very.
This makes sense."
The other thing that's on brand is you see that Xander is not one to change, as he has exactly replicated the lab that he had before, down to the square inch. It is the same fucking layout.
All right, so does this lab have a fucking teleportation circle?
Yeah, I built one at the top.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna go check that out before we leave.
Yeah, okay. You can look up. It's this. He and Sir Reichter designed their own little one, but yeah, they have one. You can write that down.
Yeah, Finn's gonna pull out a little thing, draw it basically.
Yeah. All right, Nocta, come on. Let's get you on the table. Let's get you looked at. He brings you over to the zero grav table, breaks apart the little bands, and then starts to move your arms and stuff out of the way so he can kind of see everything. And he just constantly is going. I mean, how in the fuck? You don't have to remove all this, right?
I don't know if that's wise. I think you can remove some of it, but You may find that some of it is far too embedded. The psychic link with 17 saved my life, but also caused some likely complications.
All right. Well, I gotta start actually looking at this. So, is there anything else that you guys did, or was it just the drop and run? I'm gonna have him for like a good while.
Uh,
At least I'm gonna have him for at least like 5 or 6 days.
well, shit. Well, we can't stay here for that long.
Fine. Go do wherever you're in the middle of.
Don't worry, Finn, I'll stay. I'm not really much use in these talky talks anyway.
Okay. Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't. Wait. Hold on. You're new. You're new. Are
Oh
you?
yeah. This is Julia.
Are
Hi.
you?
Oh yeah, you guys haven't met.
Are you Talon's like sister?
It's complicated. No.
Okay. You're gonna explain why it's complicated.
Yeah, we'll have plenty of time together, it sounds like.
Okay. Nice. Well, enjoy the view and coffee, tea over there on that little stand.
Sounds great.
No, I'm asking you, could you go brew some tea on that
Well,
stand?
you should have directed with either coffee or tea, please. Thank you. She just like goes over and huffs.
Oh,
God.
I already love you. I already love you so much, Julia.
Coffee.
Right.
There's coffee and tea. Oh, by the way, can I have some? She's like mumbling to herself as she goes over.
All right. So the rest of you guys, anything before you leave?
Oh God, there's so much that we could do here, but
Literally, so many things.
we should get back.
Yeah, and get to sea salt.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Cecil. Fuck me.
Yep.
All right, shall we?
All right, Nocton, don't die. We'll be back.
All right, everyone gather around in the teleportation circle.
Luck knockdown.
Mm-hmm.
I
All
do not need luck.
You guys are teleported out and back onto the Terror of the Deep. With that whole journey, probably brought you a little past lunchtime. So you get onto the Terror. How did it go?
Uh,
I see he's not here. Is he dead?
yeah.
He's
no.
being worked on.
Yeah. Gonna take a couple days.
Xander says hi.
Oh, great. Is he still full of himself?
Oh, you have no idea.
Also, your buddies from the prison pushing crazy drugs around the city, so that's something we may have to deal with
Yeah,
at some point.
blue cocaine. Apparently, you heard about that?
Calling it blue sky or something.
Blue Deep.
Too deep. Yeah.
Deep blue.
No, that's copyrighted. I mean, all right. That sounds like a problem for like tomorrow's terrors.
Yeah, probably later. We'll deal with that after Thaddeus.
Yeah.
But good to know that that's probably what's keeping Thaddeus out of there. So at least we don't have to worry about that shit.
Yeah, well, maybe that's it. We just ruin everywhere, and he won't want to be there.
Perfect. Yep.
We should just visit everywhere.
I mean, we're pretty good at doing that too, honestly.
Can I be honest? You know how much I'm thinking about just leaving Eden to burn and going to try and save North Haven,
Oh, Port Royal.
Port Royal,
I don't fucking know.
because that would be throwing him off again. Because every time we throw him off with our directions, we end up doing okay.
That's true.
I don't know. That's actually not a bad idea. Like, do you want to get to like go to sea salt and then
Switch off.
Although then again, the gold sales won't go for that plan at all.
Oh, yeah, no, fuck, they're gonna hate that because it's gonna be like, yeah, wait, you're gonna like spit on our turf? No, we can't do that shit.
Yeah, no. All right, well, let's fuck it. Let's just fucking go on Eden.
And we
It's
and we
fine.
have the fleet coming to us, so we gotta at least get to Ilex.
For sure.
It takes some of us there. There's a couple of trees over there that I know.
Maybe we can send a stealth team to go
What,
fuck
the-
with
Port
to
Royal.
go fuck with Port Royal.
Depending on the size of the ship, if there's just a bunch of ships like here, depending on the size of them, I could probably flip a lot of them
Okay.
or push them out of the bay as long as they're not as big as the one that we saw here.
Yeah, that ain't a bad idea.
Maybe one of the days on our way to Eden, maybe like you, me, and Phantasma can go
You
wreak
just
some
do an afternoon trip.
yeah, just wreak some havoc.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. As long as it's fucking shit up. And probably we could stop in. Wait, don't we have friends there?
We do have friends there, but you know what? I think it might be better to just do a stealth mission and just show up, fuck shit up, and disappear.
Right.
All right.
So less people
They don't
know,
even
the
know,
better.
so then they can kind of like.
And then let them chase their own tails for a bit, and then come back when we feel like it.
Yeah, just come back randomly in the afternoons and just fuck them up.
I'm in. I'm into that. We have a long trip until we get to Edmonton, so we should be all right. We have the rest of the day. We want to maybe go see Lauratus before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose we could. We got some time.
He
I'm
always
just
has
saying,
really good food when
yeah,
we go there.
I don't think I've actually like talked to him about this whole situation with me and him.
Oh right.
He would be.
Like,
Oh
maybe
yeah.
he could look at us and like.
Should we bring Jeremy then?
No wait, didn't
Yeah.
because wait, did you bring Heavy Neck when you brought Sheila to go do the bag thing?
Oh yeah, we did. No, wait. We probably wouldn't have.
No, I don't think we did.
Talked about it, but you didn't bring him.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, because, I mean, at least I like could at least talk to him about it. Maybe you could see something. Maybe he's got magic that could help.
Any
You know.
kind of answer.
I don't know, just an idea.
No, it's not a bad one.
Does Nocturne still have the stone of talking or whatever it's called?
Setting stone, yeah,
Setting stone.
I believe he does.
I still have one for Laredas.
Well, we have one to Nocturne, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's just should we ask if they need anything from Loratus while we're going?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me as well.
Just check in.
Who has it?
Sheila, probably.
Sheila, Setting stone.
Just chucks it at you.
All right, so hello,
Hello.
hello. Oh.
So,
Oh, good. Right. We're off to see the wizard. Do you all
To the
need
moon.
do you all need anything while we're over there?
Xander, do you need anything from? Do you even know?
From the wizard.
From the
Oh,
wizard?
yeah.
Just
He totally met the wizard, I think. I don't remember, but I think he did.
Wizard? I know you guys are like magic people, but
Do you need anything
uh,
magical
oh yeah, does he?
for Nocton?
Oh, for Nocturne?
Anything quickly and easily achievable.
Yeah, I mean, if he's got like any like raw quartz, I could always use more of it.
Raw
He says
quartz.
raw.
I don't think he just has like a stockpile of materials, but I can ask.
If he's a wizard, he might have it.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe. Yeah. Sure.
It's not raw.
How's Nocturne doing?
I mean, in the last hour since he's been here, pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty
Good.
so far.
Just I'm sorry. I'm just like concerned.
I appreciate it. So far, he's been reading a lot and poking things and scanning things.
Yep.
So he sounds like he's already back to normal.
No, Xander has Nocton still
Oh,
in
got
that status.
Xander's slowly been replicating a like hologram of Nocturne like right next to Nocturne so that he can like do adjustments on that to show Nocturne while he does the same.
Yeah, that.
He's currently scanning and reconstructing.
Sick. Okay, Juliet, while you're there, Xander has a friend who walks through walls, and maybe I don't know if maybe she has the same thing as you. I don't know.
Oh, interesting. I will have to go find them.
Yes, I don't know, just something to think about.
Oh, good to
Anyway,
know.
all right, well, be safe.
Thank
Julia,
you.
Julia, do you bring that up to Xander?
No, she doesn't say that out loud.
Okay, good. Because I don't know if you guys remember how it ended, but you guys don't remember seeing her after the fact. She jumped off of a building, turned into a ghost, and then apparated through a wall, and then was gone.
Hmm.
Hmm.
May
I
or
don't
may not.
remember.
She's
And may
still
or
in
may
the
not have
wall.
come. All right. So, anyways, nothing really besides some raw quartz if you got it, because he's running low.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So with that, you guys, are you gonna ring Lorada? So you're just gonna show up.
I'd message him before we go.
All right. Etrian, so good to hear from you.
Right, it's
How are
been
things?
too long. Things are crazy. We wanted to stop by and just kind of update you on the things in the world, and I think we had
As
to
usually do.
just to stop by.
Will
Ask
you
about
be
the quartz.
by tonight?
What's that?
Will you be stopping by tonight?
If at all possible, yes.
Mara is here. I'm sure she can whip something together for us. But it will be. How quickly will you be arriving?
When anytime from in like 10 minutes to whenever works for you.
Within the hour, would be best.
We'll be there immediately.
You don't have to go that quickly.
All right. See you in 15.
Finn starts drawing the circle a little bit slower.
So, a lot of you can get in this time. So it's Finn, Etrian, Magmore, Phantasma, Juliet.
Not Julia.
Not Julia.
Sorry, not Julia.
That's
Sorry.
okay.
Heavy Neck, Jeremy, Tolland, and then anyone else who can fit. Is it only 8 or is it just the circle?
Circle is 10, I think.
I think
10-foot diameter. Oh yeah, it's just whoever will fit in the circle.
yeah, you guys are plenty fine, and you got Sheila too. Cram her in there. You guys are able to teleport right back to Laradis's into the nice cozy, sort of like got a little bit of like a musky sort of smell to his half library, half laboratory, half just wizard office. There is a healthy amount of yellow and green and purple eyes that are greeting you as you guys hear see the door crack open as the kids start to are just piled. They're here! Like they're you're just
Hello, kids.
there is like a stampede that pushes those 4 in as you are then just surrounded by at least 20 kids. They're all tugging and pulling.
Finn goes to high five as many of them as possible while shocking grasping them.
Oh yeah, they're loving it. Hey, he got me. And one of them tries to do it back to you and actually does a little bit. He goes, ha ha. Those are the finger guns. He was here. All right. Leave our guests. I'm sure they're hungry. Go get yourselves cleaned up for dinner. And they all just kind of smile, snicker, and kind of jump over each other to then get out of the teleportation room so you guys can then exit into the chambers where there's a lovely spread of already warm tea with a bunch of little side snacks and charcuterie and little appetizers for you guys to munch on before you go down as he's like, you guys were early. I said within the hour.
This is
No,
is this not within the hour?
The hour.
I will be more specific next time. I think I meant to say within a hour. No, it's still the wrong phrasing.
In and out.
This one's on
In an hour.
in and out. Sorry, it has been a little. So please
Our
sit.
bad.
Have some munchies. I'm going to go see what Mara Uta needs before we have our lovely dinner. I see you brought a new friend. Can't wait to meet you. My name is Loradis. Sorry, she's yelling at me in my ear right now. And he just gets up quickly and leaves. Jeremy goes, wow. Who is this?
Very powerful wizard.
I mean, you guys talk about Loratus a lot.
Yeah, very powerful wizard.
So you're just getting him in like the domestic stage. It took us a while to get to this point in the relationship with him. When we first showed up, it was like a giant invisible castle that looked like nothing from the outside. Then he opened a door and there was like a little hut. Then he opened it again. There was like a giant courtyard. We got more of a like mystical entrance to it. You're just seeing him in like dinner time with the kids.
Where are we? Like in the world?
South? Somewhere?
Yeah.
I don't remember. We only get here by teleportation or
Yeah,
tree
we
walk.
don't. Yeah, we don't really.
So I kind of forget.
Near kind of Iceport, way south of
That's actually a
Yamacania.
great thing. Yeah, where the hell are we?
Down
You got-
south.
Way down there.
Oh shit. Okay.
So
You were here for what? Ballsack Cove? No, you weren't here for that. You were here. You were much after that. So wherever we were, Ilix. You remember Ilix?
yeah.
Okay. Way the fuck south of that. Like all the way to the bottom of the world.
So wait, were we like? Is it cold?
If we stepped outside of the castle walls, yes.
Wow. So we're in a castle right now.
Yes.
Yeah, we're in a castle. Stop being so fucking. Having X just like. And like just to like disappear, like just like disappears from behind. Having Shiva goes pussy, and then like reappears on the other side.
You know, Heavy, you should really be nicer to yourself.
Only my body. That's not me in there.
It was.
It was whatever.
Could be
Treating
again.
myself the same. All right. So, wait. How come this guy just doesn't like get rid of Thaddeus for you?
Not really his problem. He helps us a lot.
I try to be more of an observer these days. As Loratus has appeared into the doorway once more with its hands open, he goes, "Now, let's eat."
You're
And he
kind of the
What?
kind of the fact that he helps us at all is like huge.
Yeah, if he just started invoking his will everywhere, when does it stop?
And, like the
Somehow
same, it's the same
hallucinate.
with like the gods. I kind of like if the gods wanted to just get rid of Thaddeus, they totally could, but they just use all the humans instead because why wouldn't they just use the mortals and
Right.
You know, Finn,
ruin our fucking lives?
you're not too wrong. Let's just say I learned my lesson about a century ago. Meddling in the world affairs.
We'll put a pin in that.
You and your family really know where. You guys reach the bottom of the stairs in the foyer, take a nice turn to get to the main hallway, which takes you to the lovely, and I mean the spread has already like started wafting through the hall, like the hall as you enter.
What is that?
You guys are helped to a massive spread that is like it's a hero's feast. I mean, it always is, but it never makes a difference because you guys never do anything directly afterwards. But you guys, I mean, there is like shepherd's pie. There's all the way from shepherd's pie to paella. There's like she's like made a lot of like kind of unique or like fancy dishes. But you guys sit down. Mara is smiling behind her seat. Like her arms are kind of guiding you guys down to sit. You guys pile in, have a lovely, lovely dinner. She is ecstatic to see you. There is a bit of an update if for you guys when you guys are ready to chew on something other than food. Sheila, it seems that Stordak is having a little bit of an inner crisis. Word and scrying evidence have shown that he had a little bit of a meltdown and destroyed the entire castle in Merk, which is the one that he said that was his. He caved in the pathway that connects. He basically caved in a mountaintop, and then he was spotted destroying the town, destroying the city as he was leaving, and then headed back towards east towards what we think is his hometown of Sivkok. Sheila's just as
That
like
sounds-
just like absentmindedly going, and that's honey, I don't know what that is. Well, it doesn't seem good. It doesn't seem bad. No, Sheila, I don't know how much longer you should put this off. I definitely agree that Thaddeus is the main problem, but
He's got to be next.
it's hard to watch this much death and destruction and not do anything about it. And you see a hard look right at her, or right at Loratus, and Loratus buries his face in his mug once more. We are neutral. You know that. We could
Okay, so can I ask you why though?
please
Why is it you're neutral?
roll a fucking persuasion check. And
Okay.
it's a really high DC.
My persuasion is +0. I got a 9. It's not connecting. I don't know why. It says virtual tabletop not found.
Yeah, I'm getting that too.
Magmore, it's a story that is meant for a much more peaceful time.
Well, we've got nothing but time right now, so maybe
Are you trying to roll?
yeah.
He is ashamed because his inaction led to the fall of a once great city. And you hear his fist slammed on the table. Mara! And like the whole room shakes. Like that came from like a much deeper growl than what appears to be him. He goes, "You will not say another word." She just sits there like she's like tisking. Goes, "It is not your story to tell. Say it when I'm ready. It is enough." He looks to the rest of you and goes, "I'm sorry. But it seems our dinner must be cut short. Is there anything?" And you hear like the like sliding of like footstool tables as Mara has gotten up and is like angrily walking past him. And it's just you hear just there's like muttering some, if you know Draconic, it's a bunch of fucking curse words. But she is headed and like leaves the door, and he's sitting there with his hands like just like clenched onto the table. It was, "Is there anything that you need?"
I
Do
mean
the courts.
there is, but if now's not a good time, we can come back another time.
I would.
We did. I'll be honest. We didn't mean to offend. We were merely curious.
I know that you did not. It is not your fault that me and my wife have a disagreement. I would ask that you not bring it up again.
The disagreement or the point of conversation.
The point of conversation.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're gonna,
got it.
you-
Okay.
The least that we could do for all you've done.
Yeah,
All you've done for us.
I suppose.
You do you. You have your reasons for
I'm
what you
s-
for what you do. Yeah, I'm not worried about it as long as you're helping
Right.
us and on our side, we're good.
He's just like rubbing his temple together.
Yeah.
Anyway, to change the subject rather quickly, so this is our friend. Well, I mean, obviously you can kind of tell this is not heavy neck, even though it kind of looks like heavy neck. This is
this-
Jeremy.
I remember.
Yeah, this is what the card did.
You watch as he just pulls his hands over his eyes, and you watch as they start to flicker a deep blue color, with like a white little in the middle, as he is very clearly casted a spell, and he is staring at the both of you. He goes, interesting. Did you know? Sorry to break the news to you. Did you know that you are tethered? What? What, like in a weird way? Because maybe you could consider it a weird way, but I guess it's best to show you. Could we leave the kitchen? I don't work very well while there's still food around.
Finn's like pocketing
That's true.
food as
eating.
Yeah, literally.
Pulls into his robe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And have
awesome.
heroes breakfast. Get some Tupperware.
rips a roll in half, like puts some stuff on the roll and like makes a little sandwich and squishes it in his
hell
pocket.
yeah. Heroes breakfast to go.
Take as much as you like.
I'm not turning down that brisket.
It was so mouth-watering. So you go back up to the stairs, back up to the study for which you came in, and you can sit down into the main table which has been cleared. You can see that there are like there's a small stack of like magical parchment and ink sitting off to the side. He disappears for a second as you all like pile into this area. Heavy Neck and Jeremy kind of sitting opposite ends of this coffee table. And he comes out with, actually, he's got to have a mirror somewhere. He moves around some shit and eventually has a mirror, and he is going to cast True Sight on both Heavy Neck and Jeremy. Wait, it's concentration, right?
No.
Okay.
No,
Oh
he's-
wait, is it? No, I don't think it is.
I don't think.
I
No,
think
no, I don't think it is.
No, it's not.
nice, cool. So you can do it to both. So he gives it, and they both, their eyes glow blue once again, and they look over at the mirror at one another, and they kind of do this thing where it's like, and he's like, "You have a tether. I don't know what that means. I'm going to do my fair share of research on what it could mean, but it seems that you two have been connected by extraplanar means." And he just like throws his hands up and goes, "You guys bring new things to me every day, and I am quite old."
We like to keep it interesting around here.
Yeah, we really did, don't we?
Yeah.
I got two things for you. Well, actually, not both for you. Finn's gonna lean into Magmore and be like, "Did I really not think to cast True Sight on them?"
You never once did it.
We literally never did. I literally talked to him about it at work like 2 days ago.
What a big idiot! I can't believe I never fucking did that.
Any-
We fucking interrogated him too.
I
didn't-
know, dude.
Oh,
I
what a
know.
You
fucking
didn't
moron.
true sight him. You did it.
You did everything but that. Literally everything but that.
What an asshole. Anyway, everyone can hear this conversation, but that is gonna go.
And don't beat yourself up. It's the sorcerers. We learn things. Sometimes
It's like what I do though. It's like anyway. Other thing is, do you have any quartz?
I do.
Like the rock stone thing
Yeah, I can check.
that you could pot with.
How much?
How much was it?
He didn't say.
All right. I guess whatever you can spare.
I'll see what half gets me. Just please 1 moment. Enjoy yourselves. He disappears for about maybe like 2 minutes as like you guys kind of
Yeah.
shuffle about, kind of talk. I don't know what you guys do to pass the time.
I'm gonna ask them what the tether looks like. Since we're not true sighted, it's just the two of them. So like, what is that? Is it just like a magical like string?
Umbilical cord.
Finn cast True Sight on Magmore.
Okay, Magmore.
Yeah.
I'll
It
look
looks-
later. You do it.
Looks like there is like a small like outline of a glow around his entire body, but then
Okay.
like coming to a taper is like a slow, like it's like a soft dim, like very dim. Like that's probably the reason why you wouldn't have seen it, Finn, is because like if you were in the heat of battle, you wouldn't have. It's just very faint,
Mm.
but it looks like there's this wisp of like ethereal smoke string that is connecting
Okay.
the two of them, but it's not like tight. It's like it's sort of just like if you've ever seen like soup carbon fiber when they like pull it out and it just kind of
Mhm.
like floats there in the air. It does like doing the same thing.
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, you're gonna have to look at this later.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking sweet. And then Heavy Neck, it looks like he just like kind of wanders off around like one of the bookshelves because his eyes are now like glowing with true sight. And he's just like, there's a lot of cool shit in here.
Hey, hey, I'm curious here because you don't get hurt very often because you're sneaky. I'll give you a gold if you poke one of your fingers with a dagger and see if anything happens to Jeremy. Like one of his fingers, if you're tethered, maybe what if something happens to you, it happens
I'm
to
gonna
him.
do it by myself, thank you. And he already has like a dagger out, like, and he's like just like pricks his finger, and he's like, "Nope, didn't feel a thing."
Dang. Okay, that's. Well, I wonder what this tether means. Okay.
Don't know. Probably just he's probably siphoning off my cool. All right, so you guys kind of putz around for a little bit as Jeremy stares into the mirror. Like Sheila is just kind of like already dozing off, asleep.
Yeah.
And Loratus comes back and goes, "Sheila, I'll bore you." And he has this like kind of like fat sack, probably about like a basketball sized. And he
Oh
goes,
shit. It's a
"It's
lot.
as much quartz as I can manage. It's half of my stock. You will be replacing it."
I feel like this is
Right.
pretty
Yeah.
good.
Of course.
Thank you.
All right, and he smiles and goes,
Soon-ish.
As
"Now,
soon as we can.
don't mean to be rude and kick you guys out, but I have
No, we
marriage to
feel-
mend."
we feel like it's a little tense around here, so we'd be happy to leave this time.
Well, if I'm going to be honest, the whole thing with Stordak, I know she can hear this and I don't care. My wife is a bit of a bleeding heart. She would like to save the world, even if it means spending every waking moment doing so instead of raising a family, surrounded by those who you care about and you want to spend the time with. So we have our disagreements. And she would like
Understandable.
to handle the Stordak way, her way. And I would like to not see one of us, both of us, be killed in the process. So I must go have that
respect that.
conversation again with the woman who has already heard it.
Would you be able to actually would you be able to actually do a circle for us so I can use my other teleport to get back to the ship?
What do you mean? Am I not? Can you just teleport to your ship?
Right, no, but can you do I want to go over to where we need to drop this quartz off.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah,
I see.
that'll be fine.
Yeah, cool.
All right. So you guys start to like pull yourselves up. The kids waiting on bated breath for you guys to leave so they can finally give all their goodbyes, yada yada yada. You like can like push your way into the teleportation chambers. Like Heavy Neck's stupid little like golden mop is last as he's almost like being like disappears with them as he just like get the fuck and he's like
Yeah.
smells them out. He goes, "Jesus, And he like pats his like self. He's like, they probably stole everything I fucking have. Jesus, rats. And he like hops into the teleportation circle with the rest of you. You sit there as Loratus. He kind of just waves his hand, and a little like imaginary, not imaginary, an illusionary cabinet door opens and shows a massive shelf where he just plucks this little like glittering, like opalescent chalk. He goes, please keep your hands and feet inside the circle at all times, as he just like walks around the edges, and like as he walks the chalk almost melts into the teleportation like runes as it just
That's cool.
Finn's like holding up the picture.
Yeah.
he looks at you guys, goes, until next time.
Thanks again, Loratus.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Cast
You guys disappear.
enhance ability on him before we go.
Yeah.
Don't worry, he has underwear that does that. So you guys zip right on out of Loratus's. You guys find yourself back on the Terror of the Deep.
No.
We're in. We went to the lab
Yeah.
first.
Okay, okay, you're holding the picture. Yeah, sorry. That's why I didn't do the exit right. He would have had to like actually sketch it out on the circle. So eventually filling it in, then you guys, Xander, oh, you're back so soon.
Yeah, here's your quotes. We gotta go.
Yeah. Was this
Uh,
enough?
Doesn't
Oh.
really matter if it's enough. That's all we could get.
And he like he goes over, one of his little bots picks it up and he goes, holy shit, this is one piece. And he just like pulls, it's like it's almost pristine, clear cut through. Looks like it was cut with like a laser.
That's okay.
Gonna be expensive to replace.
Goes,
Is that good?
I almost don't want to do anything with
Well,
it.
do something with it because I had to ask for it, and I don't want to waste my fucking ask from the fucking wizard. Okay.
You're right.
Yeah, I got a giant animated dragon head out of it. He got a cube of quartz.
as you're filling in your conversation circle and like talking, Xander goes, Nocturne, look how big this thing is, and he holds it up. Nocturne is like, his back is to you all, so he can't see anything, with just like a little loincloth, like a little cloth placed over his ass, completely naked with all of the other parts. Like he's gotten a lot of the paneling off, but he's just now starting to get to like where like the frame is eating into it. And Nocturne just like, our current suit. Oh, yeah. And he like runs over. He's like, look at this fucking thing. And they started to nerd out. And I don't know, Julia, they've been doing this all day.
It's fine. She's just taking notes and like sketching the whole process, trying to like learn as much as she can from this.
Yeah. So as you're sketching and finishing up the circle, hey, is that Magmore? As Sir Richter like kind of pokes his head through one of the grab lifts, and then
Buddy.
guys are gone. And back on the Terror of the Deep. As you're just like, hey!
Oh.
Oh.
So I trust that it went well. How was Loratus's?
Tense.
Yeah, it actually went kind of in a bad way. But he told us I'm tethered. That's pretty cool. Tethered to this asshole.
But we don't know really what that means.
It means that I'm cool and he's just siphoning my cool. We already talked about it. And
Oh my- We don't know what it actually means. That's what we believe it means at the moment.
I'm sure that you guys will figure it out.
I realize that I need a checklist for when I'm like interrogating people.
Dude. It was this it was so funny because I was just like, I can't, like, that was literally the one and only thing we never did.
So
That's great.
all right. So with that, it's 9:19. Let's end this tonight with you guys getting is there anything you guys wanted to do in the third day before you got to Sea Salt, or can we end with you guys pulling into the harbor or port?
I think that makes sense. There's
Yeah,
like
let's just pull into the
another
harbor.
week and a half.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
really just like check in with Nocturne, see how he's doing other than that.
Yeah, that is funny. Xander, if you guys do go check in on him, Xander is like, he's at the point in the project where he has just turned to like mostly cussing, where he keeps trying to remove bits, but like every time he does it, there's like a massive warning that basically says he's gonna lose Nocturne. So like he's begrudgingly having to like leave parts of it in, and
Okay.
like you see like this elaborate there's like 3 or 4 different versions of like a skeleton that he's like trying to like build and then build into him. It looks like a new arm, and well, probably made up to the forearm on one arm, and then like part of like maybe just for taking off the whole left hand, but definitely a new leg. He's gonna get like a nice cool like scaled plated face covering to do that little bit of it. However, the jaw is going to be mostly 17, and that's going to be kind of wonky. But he has a few different aesthetics, and it looks like he's making progress, but he's not there yet.
Okay, cool.
So
without
Nocturne looks very pleased over there.
yeah, without Nocturne there to kind of tell us right from wrong with the engine, Finn's just gonna keep dumping all of his spell slots into the engine every night.
God.
Well, you have Tolland, who was like kind of the understudy to Nocturne, who was actually intaking all of the knowledge that it took to like drive the thing. So like, because Heavy Knight can steer it, Tolland can actually like get it to like where it's like on running and like on standby, and Jeremy was kind of learning.
Well, I got like 27-ish left, so I think I could do that. I wonder if I could put some sorceries, some meta
You
magic
don't
in there.
want to overpower it. What if it explodes?
What if
That-
what if I try to do meta magic and like would that
A meta magic.
Could you teleport me off the ship before you try that?
We should build
Just to be safe.
we should build a meta magic turbocharger.
Oh my god! Like, oh my god! Give,
If I could
give
fuel
this, give this
us-
thing a literal nitrous.
Yeah.
Writing down a to-do
like-
list for Nocturne.
like what if I could double the amount of arcane ethereal bullshit that I put into it with
I
meta
mean,
magic?
you're gonna put some heavy stress on the engine, but you'll go fast.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, you guys can spend the rest of your day kind of brainstorming with how you guys would have maybe like build a new attachment onto the engine. But you guys can make your way back at the end of the day to pull into the port of Sea Salt, probably around mid-afternoon. So like with sunset is starting to crest, I think behind the Tower of the Conquered, and you guys are being welcomed with open arms and a very happy, you could see his smile almost from fucking 200 feet away, Gildus, who has his normal entourage and welcomes you in, and can't help but laugh as he Nostradamus, didn't think you had it in you. And then like he's gonna put his hand, you guys are kind of shunt away, and goes, I hope you know you'll be having dinner with me tonight. Come, the Tower of the Conquered has already been prepared. And you guys kind of like, swivel step and then start walking down the pier and up towards the Tower of the Conquered, which is Gildus's home in Port of Sea Salt, which you guys can see right there. So you guys kind of land over in the Southwind docks, and you guys are gonna make your way up to the tower. Quick question. Well, actually, we'll stop at the docks, because as you guys approach, we'll see like what you guys want to do with, because I like if the dinner's there, I don't want to like say you guys are there or not. So we'll pick up next week with you guys getting to the docks, and then he'll receive you. All right.
Nice.
Cool. Sound
Sounds
good? All right. So with that, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next week, same time, same place, with hopefully same and more gorgeous people.